What's up, guys? This is Shaun with the Sports Fury coming to you today to actually do a special mock draft. This is based off a request from one of our subscribers, Jeff Shannon. If you're out there, this one's for you. You actually asked me last week during my live stream to do a 12-man PPR with one quarterback, two running backs, three receivers, one tight end, one defense, kicker, obviously, 7 bench, 1 flex. So I'm actually going to do that today. I've actually been in leagues where you had 3 starting receivers and a PPR. I did that last year, and it was a 12-man league. So it can be very tough. You got to keep in mind that, especially with that many receivers needing to start, that it can be challenging. So I want to do a mock draft today just for Jeff Shannon. If anybody else has any special requests, let me know in the comments down below. So maybe next week or my next video, whenever I record another mock draft, I could do that. Maybe Josh will do it. We'll see. So let's go ahead and get started, though. I'm going to go ahead and make my camera small. Whoa. Oh, there we go. All right. So as y'all can see, I pretty much already put the settings in. PPR, 12 teams, 3 receivers, 2 running backs, all that right there. I couldn't remember if Jeff, I'm sorry if you said a receiver, running back, tight end as a flex or just receiver, running back. Either way, I just want to have left it at receiver, running back because I'm not huge on having another tight end as your flex. There's not that many good tight ends out there anyways, so you typically want to have a running back or receiver as your flex anyways, right? So I left it at that, and I don't remember you ever telling me what position you wanted me to draft from. So I'm going to click randomize here, and whatever it gives me, we're going with. Okay, we're 8th. So let's go ahead and get started. And if y'all want just a regular mock draft, any new people watching my video today or our videos, we do have other mock drafts on our channel, standard, PPR, 10-man, stuff like that. So if you aren't looking for any special settings in this video, go check those videos out on our channel. Or like I said, if you have any special requests for yourself, put them down in the comment section down below, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. And for all the new people, also, this is Fantasy Pros. This is the go-to place where me and Josh love to draft from. It has everything you want. You're not drafting against other people. You're drafting against an AI that's based off of literally the experts' opinions, right? So it calculates based off of what the team needs and stuff like that. It doesn't always just take best available. I love it. And plus, you don't have people trolling. When you go on ESPN mock drafts, sometimes you'll have people pick like a defense in the 6th round or 8th round, and it's stupid. So I like to go with this. It gives you more of an accurate kind of feel for everything. But okay, let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm in the 8th spot. Let me look who is taken already. Look at the draft board here. David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell, still PPR. They still went ahead. Reason is because they're going to get a lot of looks in the passing game. Brown, Devontae Freeman, okay. Now with Ezekiel Elliott being suspended for 6 games, for now, we don't know what the appeal is going to happen, but we'll see. We have Julio, Odell, Mike Evans. Okay, so I am leaning towards, let's see here. Running backs are still scarce, but I need to go receiver since I have 3 starting receivers. That's what's tough about a 3 receiver league. So I'm going to go A.J. Green. I think he's going to have a great year this year. Let's do it. A.J. Green. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we had Shaun McCoy, as you all see right here. LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, Jordy Nelson, Jay Ajayi, Jordan Howard, Dez, DeMarco, Michael Thomas. Now, I could go running back here. I could go another receiver. Let me see. Top running backs only. Let me look at just the running backs. Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette, Isaiah Crowell, Lamar Miller. Or receiver. T.Y., Doug, Mari, Demarius. So this one's tough, right? Because I feel like I probably should go running back. The running backs are getting scarce now. There's a lot of question marks. But I'm going to go ahead and try to do... I don't really like the running backs here. Todd Gurley, I know they said that he might have a good year this year, but I'm not sold on Jared Goff. I feel like they're going to be stacking that box in St. Louis. Or, I'm sorry, L.A. And so I'm kind of nervous about him a little bit. I know he should still be good. He finished still really good last year, so I don't see why not. And Shaun Mcveigh is a new offensive coordinator. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to go with Todd Gurley, actually. Shaun Mcveigh is a mastermind offensive coordinator, and I love him. So, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to go Todd Gurley. Now, let me look at my team. So I can go AJ. I have AJ Green, Todd Gurley. The bye weeks are 8. Lamar Miller's there. Lamar Miller's on a great. I love Lamar Miller this year. But you know what? I'm thinking about going another receiver, guys. Let me see. Top suggested for me: Allen Robinson, Tyrell Pryor, Lamar Miller, Travis Kelce. So I'm leaning towards Tyrell Pryor right here. I need to get another receiver ASAP because of the fact 3 receiver starters. Allen Robinson, I'm not sure if anybody else watched the preseason game yesterday, but Blake Bortles it doesn't look like he's getting it done. And they're talking about Chad Henne might be starting now. They said it's going to be competition between Chad Henne and Blake Bortles, right? So I don't know what the quarterback situation is. I don't know what that offense is going to be. I think it's going to be run first, obviously. But that's why I'd love to have Leonard Fournette, which he's already gone, obviously. But I'm a little skeptic about taking Allen Robinson as a number 2 receiver. Maybe as a flex, but not a number 2. Maybe bottom end. But bottom end RB receiver 2. But Tyrell Pryor, I think, is going to be a phenomenal play this year. He is the guy for the Redskins with Kirk Cousins, who's still a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Tyrell Pryor. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, look at that, guys. Lamar Miller is still there. I still get my running back. Let's go ahead and go Lamar Miller. Now, I got to go receiver now. And let's see who's going to go up. I might not need to go receiver, guys. I might go Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed is healthy. He's one of the best tight ends. But, oh, man. Let me keep looking. Let me look at all the receivers. Okay. These are the top 4. So Fantasy Pros does a top 4 right here. I like to also go down to the cheat sheets right here. Let me view more, and it'll show me kind of what's upcoming. So if I don't like anybody right now, I look and see, okay, who could I get a little bit later, right? So Manuel Sanders, I'm not sold because I don't know who the quarterback is. You have Stephon Diggs, who's a little bit inconsistent last year. Willie Snead, maybe. But there's always Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson, Eric Decker, who's looking great, by the way. Oh, my God, Decker. Looks phenomenal over there in Tennessee. Tyrell Williams. With Mike Williams out, Tyrell might have a good year. He had a pretty good year last year. So, you know what? I might look at running back here, guys. Let's go running back. This is a PPR, so Danny Woodhead wouldn't be bad right here, right? The below Powell, C.J. Anderson. But you know what, guys? I might go C.J. Anderson because he's a for sure starter. I don't have to worry about that. They did revamp. They did draft in the no lineman for the Denver Broncos. Man, what's his name? Garrett Bowles, I think it is. So I think their offensive line is going to be a lot better, and they are going to want to control the clock a little bit more since they have such a good defense over there. So I'm feeling C.J. Anderson right here because running backs get scarce at this point. And Danny Woodhead's great for PPR, but Terrence West is a starter, right? So how confident can you be that he's going to be on the field for that much? I'd rather take a starter over a backup any day. But it's PPR. That's tough. I'm going to go C.J. Anderson, though. And Danny Wood has had injury concerns in the past couple years. All right, so now let me go look at receiver here. Willie Snead's still available, but Willie Snead has a same bye week as Tyrell Pryor. I try to avoid having all my starters at the same position have the same bye week. That makes me a little nervous. I don't like to have my studs out. I really don't. Let me look at receivers. So I could wait on some of these guys. Pierre Garçon, San Fran. Let me look at tight end. I need to probably go tight end. And Jimmy Graham is there. I'm not sure if y'all have heard the reports, but Jimmy Graham is looking good. They said he even cut down some more weight, so he's looking leaner, more athletic, and he was already one of the most athletic tight ends, right? He already looked like a fucking receiver. So I'm really liking Jimmy Graham this year. So I'm going to go Jimmy. Let's see. Boom. All right, so now I definitely need to go receiver since I need 3 starters. Deshaun Jackson, I think, is going to have a great year. I'm going to go ahead and pick him up and go from there. All right. Now, I have 3 running backs. I have 3 receivers. I have 1 tight end. I don't have my quarterback yet. I'm going to wait on quarterback. I know Kirk Cousins is right there, but I'm going to wait, guys. I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and draft another receiver here. I'm thinking probably Eric Decker, right? I think, like I said, Eric Decker's looking pretty good. His average draft position, his ADP is 95, so this is a good pick at 89, I feel like. Let's go ahead and pick. Well, hold on. I want to look at the running back situation, so I could be patient. There is Eddie Lacy there though. That's another starter who has a lot of potential breaking out. But his O-line is not that great, so it makes it a little nervous. Let me see what other running backs. So obviously you got to keep an eye out for running backs, right? Well, there's Terrence West right there. Terrence West is a good spot, but I might wait for him a little bit more because Terrence West is looking good. I'm not sure if anybody's seen him in preseason, but he looks good. And with Kenneth Dixon going out, he's for sure the back. He's a goal line carrier. He's going to take over that starting spot. Danny Woodhead's going to fill in for passing downs, but I still feel like Terrence West is going to get the touchdowns. So I might wait on a running back just because of that fact. So I might go back to receiver and get Eric Decker. Okay. Boom. Let's see who's going. Tyrell, Derek, AP. Lacey's gone. And guess what, guys? Terrence West is still there. So my chance paid off. Boom. Terrence West. Hell yeah. Sometimes you got to take some chances, guys. You got to be patient, but not too patient. So you just got to be willing to take that risk. Ooh, Derek Carr's available. Should I go quarterback here? Let me look at the quarterbacks, okay? Where's the quarterback situation? So we have Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Phillip Rivers, Matthew Stafford, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, so on and so forth. So Derek Carr, I think he could be a top 10 quarterback this year in fantasy. Dak Prescott was top 10 last year. But I'm not sold on Dak. I think Derek Carr has a little better overall offense. He's got a more grasp of the passing game. I think Dak can be great. I really do. I'm not just saying that as a Cowboy fan, but look what he did last year. 4 picks. That's it for the whole year. But still, he didn't throw that much. It wasn't all on his shoulders. Obviously, with the Zeke suspension, I'm not sure how long that's going to be. As of right now, it's still 6 games. They're going through the appeal process. But a lot more, I think they're going to put a little bit more on his shoulders this year in passing. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles it, right? I think he can, but obviously I like to go with a for sure guy. And I'm going to go ahead and get my quarterback, Derek Carr. Okay? So, as you can see, everybody's going. All right, so let me look at who's available. So how many running backs do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs, and I have 4 receivers, right? Now, I need to get another receiver here, guys, because it's a 3 starting receiver. So you got to expect one starter to get hurt. Someone to get suspended. You never know. So you got to plan ahead and get someone. And this is where it gets a little tough, right? Because there's 12 teams, so it gets real thin. See, maybe I could have waited. Maybe I could have just went Dak, right? Because I'm looking at some of these receivers, and it makes me a little nervous. Let me see here. Where's the receivers here? Am I looking at that's running backs. Let me scroll down. Boom, receivers. So possibly Cole Beasley might be good. Kenny Galladay. I'm not sure if y'all been hearing about this kid, but he looked pretty good in the preseason so far. That's a deep sleeper though. So that's another guy you could possibly look at. But Cole Beasley is a good option for PPR purposes. Him and Dak Prescott have a really good connection. Oh man. So this is going to be tough. Okay, so I might wait. Maybe I could get another running back. Let me see what running backs are available. Jonathan Stewart, Marquise Rogers, Latavius Murray, Jamal Williams. Okay. Ooh, Samaj Perine. See, I like Samaj Perine. Out of all these running backs, surprisingly, I like him more than anybody. Because, first off, Matt Forte splitting with Bilal Powell. They said Bilal Powell is going to be the guy this year. I don't understand how. Matt Forte was a top 10 back last year in fantasy. So it shocks me. So that makes me a little nervous. Like, okay, are they not wanting him to be there? I don't know. So then you have Jonathan Stewart, who's obviously going to lose a lot of looks to Christian McCaffrey, and he already had a lot of his touchdowns taken away by Cam Newton in the red zone. So that makes me a little nervous. Giovanni Bernard, he's a 3rd on the depth chart. Perine is going to be the starter eventually, if not by start of the season. He's going to be starter by the week 3, 4, in my opinion. He's a Washington Redskins rookie out of OU. Marquise Rogers, obviously Doug Martin once he comes back to suspension. So I don't like a lot of these guys. So I might go Samaj Perine and go ahead and get another running back here just so I can, solidify my running backs and be good to go. No more running backs have to be taken from me, and I can focus on receiver and everything else. All right, I'm good there. Damn, Cole Beasley was just taken. Shit. See? That's why you get a little nervous, right? All right, so let's look here. Let me look at receivers and see what's available. Cole Beasley. So I might go... Ken Galladay. Let me see what his average draft position. He's not until late, 167. We're at 137. So it's somewhat of a reach. But at this point in the draft, you can't think of it, oh, I don't want to take a risk or I don't want to reach and this and that. This is where you're trying to fill out your roster with potential sleepers, right? It doesn't matter where they're drafted at this point. Look, I have 3 bench spots, right? At least 2 of these spots are probably going to be dropped before the season starts, right? So don't get too set to not go after sleepers, deep sleepers, and risks and all that. Here we go. So you know what? I am gonna go. Let me check. Let me double check one more time. There's always Kevin White, but he's injury concerns, so that's why I'm thinking Kenny Galladay. Okay, I'm gonna go Kenny Galladay. That's who I'm gonna go with, guys. That's one of my deep sleepers. FYI, anybody out there curious about that? He's one of them. All right, then. Oh, don't tell me they took Kenny Stills. They did. Shit, that's another sleeper of mine with Jay Cutler over there. I think Kenny Stills can be a good deep threat and home run hitter for the Dolphins. So I just want to throw that out there. If anybody has a chance to get him late in the rounds, definitely get him. All right. Now, I might go and I need to go another receiver, right? Let me see what's available here. I'm not liking Robbie Anderson. I don't know the Jets quarterback situation. You don't know who's starting, right? You do not know. I don't like to go with people that are dependent on others. See, I went C.J. Anderson even though Denver doesn't know their quarterback situation, right? But C.J. Anderson's production doesn't depend on the quarterback. Receivers' production does depend on quarterbacks, right? So we saw that with DeAndre Hopkins last year, right? With Brock Osweiler, he looked like shit. But it's not his fault. It was literally Brock. So you got to get nervous about that, right? So I might go, let's see. Nelson Aguilar now. You know, Alshon, now that they traded Jordan Matthews, that's an option. Cooper Kupp, I like him. He looked pretty good at preseason. But you know what? I might go, Alan Hearns. Brashard Perriman. Let me see here. This is where you got to, especially with 3 fucking starting receivers, guys. This is where it gets so nerve-wracking. I don't like that. I don't like Robert Woods. So I'm either thinking Alan Hearns, who not too long ago had a pretty good year. All right? 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been inconsistent, though. So, So it makes me a little nervous about that. Brashard Perriman might be better, I think. So you know what? I might go Brashard Perriman because they did lose a couple receivers over there in Baltimore. I know they gained Jeremy Maclin, but Joe Flacco has a better connection with Perriman in the beginning, so it might be Perriman in the beginning and then eventually Jeremy Maclin. Yeah, I'm going to go Brashard Perriman. All right. Now, at this point, I'm probably going to go, I might go back up tight end. Let me see what tight ends are available, guys, because Jimmy Graham has had issues with injuries in the past. So that's the only time I ever keep a backup tight end, just in case. And there is some good tight ends here. There's, C.J. Fedorowicz. I think should have a good year. So he's God, with a rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks love tight ends, guys. So if you're going to take a sleeper tight end, a bench tight end, C.J. Fedorowicz is the way to go. Maybe an O.J. Howard, but I'm going to go C.J. Fedorowicz since he's available. Okay, and now I'm going to go defense and kicker. Now, I didn't go backup quarterback, guys. You don't have to go backup quarterback. I know a lot of people want to and think they should, but I look at it like this, guys. When you go back up, I do have one more bench spot. Sorry, guys. I forgot. Backup quarterback can easily be streamlined. All you need for quarterback-wise, you only need it 1 week, right? 1 week for that bye week. You can easily streamline based off of matchups, right? Because, look, if I look at quarterbacks here, you have Carson Palmer, Carson Wentz, Blake Bortles, Joe Flacco, Bradford, Jay Cutler, Alex Smith. You have a lot of quarterbacks you could possibly streamline just for that 1 week that you don't even have to waste a draft pick or roster spot until that week for. So why take them, right? Why draft? It makes no sense to me. So be patient on that. You don't really need a backup quarterback unless your quarterback has injury concerns. I wouldn't take a backup, right? Now, let me go ahead and draft another player here. This is where it gets tough. Now, let me look at receiver. Another receiver, maybe. Marquise Li, I know, had a pretty decent year last year. As you can see, it does give you some stats here. Are you with to that one netted just 32 fewer yards for touchdown is a teammate Allen Robinson. It's seeing 46 less targets. So as you can see, this guy's got potential, right? So it's something we could look into and maybe stash. It's him or Allen Robinson. But he had a connection with Blake Bortles towards the end of the year. But Allen Robinson, you don't know who the quarterback situation is for either one of these guys. So it makes me a little nervous. So, you know what? I might go with, this is just a deep sleeper. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go Anquan Bolden. Reason is because Anquan Bolden, they lost Sammy Watkins. They need a red zone threat over there. And probably he's not going to be on my team for much longer, you know. So this is just to fill out the roster and just see what happens after week 1. Now let's go defense and kicker, guys. Now defense and kicker, I don't take until the last few picks. I could have taken a defense last round if I wanted to, but let's see here. Jacksonville, LA Rams, New York Giants, Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna go with New York Giants. I think they're gonna have a killer defense this year, guys. This defense is really good. And it hurts me to say that because I'm a Cowboy fan, but I really like them. Now, kicker-wise, it doesn't really matter, guys. Just get a kicker, someone good. Now, the only time I say stay away from a kicker is Pittsburgh. The reason is Pittsburgh doesn't like to kick extra points. They like to go for it a lot. They're a very aggressive team. They go for 2 all the time. And then also Tampa Bay. I don't know, even after they cut Aguilar, apparently Nick Folk is still having a little bit of issues. So I would stay away from Tampa and Pittsburgh. So I'm going to go Cairo Santos. And now let's see. That's another thing with Fantasy Pros. Anybody that hasn't watched my videos before, they actually give you kind of a draft grade, right? So you can actually go projected standings, and it'll give you a true breakdown of everything, right? Based off your starters. So it gives you your starters, your bench, what they rank it as, what they think, where you're going to end at for the year. They say, I'm going to finish 5th. No thanks. 5th in the league. Let's see. What else? Yep, 7th. Okay. So you kind of get an idea. This is obviously, whenever you're going like late rounds in this 12-team league, there's a lot of sleepers you have to take. You got to really do your homework on a lot of these players. So what I always suggest, of my advice, guys, is go pay attention to preseason, especially with these deep leagues, 3 receivers, PPR, 12-man leagues. You got to pay attention to these third-string receivers, these slot second-string receivers. So go watch preseason. If you don't have time to watch every preseason game, fine. I don't either. I go watch the highlights on NFL Mobile on my phone, right? So you have options to do that, guys. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I draft my team right there. Tell me what y'all think. If y'all liked what I picked, or if y'all thought I could have picked something different, maybe gone a different route, let me know. And again, if you have any special requests for me to do any special settings, any setup, let me know, and I will do that for you. Let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll try to definitely get to everybody as much as possible before the season starts. And again, my name's Shaun. I'll see y'all next time.